There are too many grammar rules in English. I study them, but then I make mistakes when I talk. I feel stuck. It's true, English grammar can feel complicated. But you don't need to master every single rule at once. Number 1, focus. Just learn the grammar you need for clear communication. And number 2, learn it actively. Don't just read rules in a book and forget them. Learn the patterns you need to express your own ideas. And there are just 3 things you need to make grammar stick. Let me show you. Hello and welcome back to Varada English, your place to build confidence and fluency in English. Now, the 3 things you need to internalize grammar are: first, see the pattern. Secondly, understand the logic. Thirdly, make it automatic. And with these 3 steps, you'll start using grammar correctly without even thinking. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that with some simple, practical techniques. But first, let's pause for a moment. Think about where you usually encounter grammar. There are 2 perfect places. First, when you are reading anything, a news article, a story, a social media post. And secondly, when you are listening to podcasts, music, or conversations. So, make sure you are actively engaged with the language, right? And when you do this, pay close attention to the sentence structures. Notice how people put words together to express time, opinions, or actions. This should be key grammar. What do I mean by key grammar? So the structures that are either very common or solve a specific problem you have. Don't try to learn everything at once. Remember, learn fewer structures more thoroughly. So pick out the useful and the problematic patterns. Now, back to the 3 steps. See the pattern, understand the logic, make it automatic. Let's break these down. I'm going to use a simple email as our example. Let's read this together. It's a short message someone might send to a friend. Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late replying to your email. My week has been incredibly busy. I have finished 2 big projects at work, and I have already made plans for the weekend. I hope we can meet up soon. Let's stop here. We'll use this to see our first step, seeing the pattern. Okay, so when you notice a grammar structure, first identify it. Then break it down. Identify it first. Try to see what the structure is doing, and then break it down to see how it's built. Let's look at an example here. In the email we have, I have finished 2 big projects. And I have already made plans. What do you notice? I have finished. I have made. This is the present perfect tense. How can we tell? We can see the pattern. I plus have plus a verb that ends in -ed or has a special form, like made instead of make. That's the pattern. But why is it used here? That leads us to step 2, understand the logic. We don't just use present perfect because it exists. There's a reason. The logic here connects the past action to the present moment. The projects are finished, and that is relevant now because it explains why my week was busy. The plans are made, and that is my current situation now. If I said I finished projects, that just states a past fact. I have finished shows this past event is important for the current situation. That's the logic. The next thing is to notice the little words that often come with this tense. Words like already, yet, just. In our example, we see I have already made plans. Already often partners with the present perfect. These are the grammar collocations, words that like to hang out together. So don't just learn present perfect. Learn that we often use it with already to emphasize something is done before now. Finally, look for the signal that tells you why this tense is used. The signal in our email is the connection to a present reality. My week has been busy, present perfect, because I have finished projects. The logic is all about the link between past and present. So now we've seen the pattern and understood the logic. The next most important step is to make it automatic. So, what I suggest you do is take the original sentence and repeat it. I have finished 2 big projects. Say it out loud. Get a feel for it in your mouth. A great technique is to shadow it. If you have audio, play it and repeat it just a split second after you hear it. This is fantastic for rhythm and for making the structure feel natural. Then, the next step is to start making your own examples. Just change one part. Keep the core structure. They said, I have finished 2 big projects. You can say, I have finished my homework. I have finished the book. She has finished her presentation. Then, change the time marker. I have already made plans. I have just made coffee. I haven't finished the report yet. See, you are using the same engine, but changing the wheels. You are building your own sentences from a strong, correct model. The final step is to try and use this in your own life. A quick tip. At the end of the day, tell yourself, in English, what you have done. Today, I have finished work. I have cooked dinner. I have watched 1 video from Varada English. Just practice it in your mind or write it down. All of this takes practice, and you will make errors. That is completely normal. If you have a study partner, you can practice together. If not, you get feedback every time you read or listen, because you will see and hear these patterns used correctly by others. It's a journey. Be patient with yourself. Making mistakes means you are trying, and that is how you learn. Now, a final piece of advice. As you are discovering these patterns, understanding the logic, and practicing them, you must also review. Go back to the structures you've learned and practice them again. This system of discovery, practice, and review is the key to making grammar your friend, not your enemy. That's it for today. Just remember what we said at the beginning. Learn fewer grammar structures, but learn them more deeply. Understand the pattern, the logic, and practice until it becomes automatic. This is how you will break the habit of translating in your head and start speaking fluently. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this lesson was helpful. Let me know in the comments what grammar topic you find most difficult. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.